Hello, my friend. Welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lerato's story is a story that I really dread to talk about. I'm talking about Lerato Kganyago. I did not want to do the story. Firstly, because I'm a woman. Secondly, it's because maybe I'm not the right person to talk about this because a miscarriage is one incident in any woman's life that is so hurtful, but also it's something that has been taboo in our communities, but we all know that at some point, I do believe now that being a woman, you would have a miscarriage in your lifetime, even if you noticed it or you didn't. But there's gonna be that situation when you're like, man, I think that was a miscarriage because the pain that I had for that period, when you go on your periods and then you feel like, man, it's different. Either it's heavy flow. I'm so sorry for giving all of this explanation and details, but I'm just saying this because it also gives hope for someone who's trying to have children but who keeps on having miscarriages. At some point you would definitely have a child. If it's meant from the universe that you must have children, you will have children. And in the case Galirato, she was just detailing how she actually lost her child. She miscarried. And this was not the first miscarriage, as far as I know. Please don't come for me because I don't want this to be a scratchy topic because it's very sensitive. Like I said, it's very sensitive to me. It's something that I was dragging myself to talk about because I know Ulerato has actually spoken publicly about her ordeal of not being able to carry full-term children, so at this point I really don't want us to be arguing, but I mean it will be also okay for you to share your own story so that we can educate each other. Because let me tell you, I think most women, like I said, I think I've said it before, most women would love to have children. And guess what? Most of the time, women are the ones that would be asked these questions. When are you getting married? When are you going to have your first child? You are getting old now. You know what I mean? When are you going to have a normal job? When are you gonna buy yourself a house? When are you gonna do this? When are you getting yourself a car? Those are the questions that people find easy to ask women about. But it's not as easy for the same people, whether it's in the family setup, for them to ask a man those questions. Hence, you find women that actually doing very well, and they will share their cars, their houses, whatever they've got, because at the end of the day, it's all about love, isn't it? But I mean, the thing I'm digressing right now. Let's just get back to this topic. So when I saw this from Lerato, I was like, oh my goodness, I do not want to see this because I don't want to talk about it because I can imagine how sad Lerato is and how I'm sure she's coping because she did say that she's gonna come back. She's fine. It was not easy last week because apparently this happened last week. And imagine last week was mostly the Valentine's week and all of that. And also being the Valentine's week, we all know how Valentine's has been the focus, not the focus, but the center of everyone's expectations when it comes to Lirato's marriage because her husband would go out, Utami would go out of his way and do the most beautiful things, hiring stadiums, hiring as many red roses as he can, flying her in and out, overseas. We've seen it. We've seen it. And I suppose we've seen it. Lurato's house is so beautiful. I mean, there is nothing that Lerato, I would say, does not have that a woman wants. And let me tell you one thing about Lerato: she still goes out and work. She's a DJ. She's a um, she's a radio presenter. She is an all-rounder on television, presenting MC gigs. She'll do anything, and that also brings her bag. And she's got the husband who can easily take care of her, but she still goes out and do this. And I'm asking myself that, I wonder, could this the Lerato that we see that's working so hard, even when she's got someone who is the husband, could this be a question of saying, you know what, I don't want to think about this, I don't want to focus on this, let me just go ahead and do my job and take gigs as they come, let me not think about it. But I think at some point, the reason why she speaks about it, I think it's also therapy for her. And I hope that where you're sitting, you're not going to come to Lerato's DMs and be so inhumane, because no one should suffer like this. Lerato has suffered enough, in front of our eyes, when it comes to wanting to have kids and not being able to have the full-term pregnancy, And at first, people thought that Lerato can't conceive. No, Lerato does conceive. It's just that she cannot keep a full pregnancy. Or should I put it this way? Because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a gynecologist, so I wouldn't have all those details. Maybe let me just take it back, allegedly. But she would get pregnant and then she will have a miscarriage. And this begs the question, which no, 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 Can we all, those who wish, pray for Lerato? Because this is not what anyone should go through. Okokuqala, it's painful, and number two, it hurts, and number three, you are in the limelight and people say things. No one wants to go through that. Lerato, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my sister. I am so sorry. We love you. We will always love you. And your attitude, the fact that you are the mother, and it shows. It shows even in person. And thank you for having the personality and also for enhancing the personality that you've had. Because sometimes we're born with certain personalities, and then when you go into a certain industry, you change. You change because people change you. And especially the entertainment industry, people change you. You can be the most sweetest person, but just the industry, even the people that will say they are friends, they can change you. So, Mama, condolences. Mama, it hurts. We know it hurts. Right now, we don't even have the right or the correct words to say to you. We know it hurts. But you are not alone. God is with you. One day you will have that child in your arms and you'll be so proud. And again, if it does not happen anytime soon, you are a mother. You are a mother. I'm sure you've tried a lot. Whatever is out there, you've tried, because especially when you know that you carry, but you can't do full time. So remember. And to all the women that are going through the same order where you can get pregnant, where you can't even fall pregnant, sorry. We can only understand, we can only imagine how it feels like. And we apologize on behalf of everyone else that asked the question, when are you going to have a child? We apologize. Please share your story. What advice do you have for Lerato right now? She's in her 40s, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's 40 or 41. Yes, she's not young. Some people do get their children when they're 39, when they're 45, when they're 50. And that doesn't mean that she cannot have her own child. What advice do you have for her? Thank you so much, my friend, for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. I shall see you on the next one.